Are the ghosts making these noises?
thought Tom. He was afraid, but he said nothing.
Now let's find the grave of Hoss Williams,
said Huck. They soon found the grave.
Here it is. He died last week,
said Huck.
Do you think Hoss Williams can hear us?
asked Tom.
Well, I think his ghosts can hear us,
said Huck.
Then let's call him Mr. Williams,
said Tom.
All right,
said Huck.
But everybody called him Hoss.
Shh.
What is it, Tom?
asked Huck.
Do you hear the noise? Look over there, Huck. Oh no,
said Tom.
Ghosts,
said Huck.
I can see ghosts. They're coming here. I'm really scared.
Can ghosts see us?
asked Tom.
Ghosts can see everything,
answered Huck.
Oh, why did I come here?
Don't be afraid. We must be very quiet,
said Tom. The three ghosts moved quietly in the graveyard. They came close to Tom and Huck.
Evet, hikayemiz bu. Şimdi çalışalım. Dileyen arkadaşlar direkt dediğim gibi, her zaman söylediğim gibi konuşma faslına geçiş yapabilirler. Ancak geçmeden önce lütfen burayı biraz daha çalışın. Derinlemesine anlayarak üzerine konuşma pratiğini gerçekleştirirseniz daha rahat, daha iyi konuştuğunuzu göreceksiniz. Evet, en son çocuklar neredeydiler? Tom ve Huck nereye gitmişlerdi? Mezarlığa gitmişler değil mi? Yani mezarlığa vardığında orada rüzgar böyle garip garip sesler çıkartıyordu. Hatta gökyüzündeki ayın tamamen bulutlarla kapatılması ortam bayağı bir germişti. Bunun üzerine Tom şöyle düşünüyor. Are the ghosts making these noises? Thought Tom. Are the ghosts, yani hayaletler mi? Soru cümlesi bu arkadaşlar. Hani bizde mi en sonuna geliyor Türkçe'de ama İngilizce'de öyle değil. Yani mi hayaletler, yani hayaletler mi? Making, çıkarıyor. Make, birinci anlamı yapmak. Ancak cümlenin bağlamını ele alırsak eğer, make, çıkarmak. Nereye dayanarak bunu söylüyorum? Noises, yani ses veya gürültü. Yani bu sesleri hayaletler mi çıkarıyor diye düşündü Tom. Yani thought, think, düşünmek, thought, düşündü. Bu sesleri hayaletler mi çıkarıyor diye düşündü Tom. He was afraid. O korkmuştu. He was afraid. Afraid, korkmak arkadaşlar. Yani kelime kelime ele alırsak eğer, o oldu korkmak. Yani o korktu da diyebilirsiniz arkadaşlar. He was afraid. O korktu veya korkmuştu. Nasıl tercüme etmek isterseniz tamamen kendi tercihinize kalmış bir şey bu. Fakat he said nothing. O dedi hiçbir şey. Yani hiçbir şey söylemedi. Korktu ama hiçbir şey söylemedi. Now let's find the grave of Hoss Williams, said Huck. Şimdi let's find. Haydi bulalım. Haydi bulalım. Find, bulmak. Neyi bulacaklar? The grave, mezar. Kimin mezarı? Of Hoss Williams. Yani Hoss Williams'ın mezarını bulalım hadi. Dedi. Said, dedi Huck. They soon found the grave. They soon found the grave. Onlar çok geçmeden found, buldular. Find, bulmak. Found, buldular. Neyi buldular? The grave, mezar. Mezarı buldular. Soon, yakın zamanda. Birinci anlam bu. Yakında, yakın zamanda. Ancak cümlenin bağlamını ele alırsak eğer, çok geçmeden mesajını burada algılamanız gerekiyor. Bu tarz kelimelerin anlamları sizde netleşmesi için bu şekilde anlamlı cümleler içerisinde sık sık karşılaştıkça kendisini açacaktır. Eğer soon kelimesinin çok geçmeden anlamına geldiğini ilk kez duyuyorsanız lütfen bu konuda kendinizi böyle bir kötü hissetmeyin. Bu şekilde anlamlı cümleler içerisinde sık sık gördükçe kendisini açacaktır. Bu ve buna benzer kelimeler. Onlar çok geçmeden mezarı buldular. Here it is. Here, işte demek. It is, burada. Yani it is, işte o. Ama Türkçenin kültürünü ele alırsak, işte burada, işte orada. Here it is, işte burada. He died last week. He died last week. O öldü geçen hafta. O geçen hafta öldü, dedi Huck. Do you think Hoss Williams can hear us? asked Tom. Do you think? Sence demek. Türkçe tam karşılığı bu. Sence veya sizce, fark etmez kime hitap ediyorsunuz orada. Do you think? Sen böyle düşünüyor musun? Yani sence kısacası. Sence. Do you think Hoss Williams can hear us? Hoss Williams yapabilir duymak bizi. Yani sence Hoss Williams bizi duyabiliyor mu? Bilmek var. Can. O yüzden burada can kullandık arkadaşlar. Sence Hoss Williams bizi duyabiliyor mu diye sordu Tom. Asked Tom. Soru sormak. Well, I think his ghosts can hear us. Well, hani hep cümleye giriş yaparken ben böyle başlıyorum ya, well falan. Bizdeki karşılığı diye böyle normal ses çıkartarak başlıyoruz. Cümle girişi olarak algılayın onu. Burada da Huck, Tom'un sormuş olduğu, yani Hoss Williams bizi duyuyor mu sorusuna karşılık. Well, I think, bence his ghost can hear us. onun hayaleti can hear, duyabiliyor us, bizi. Bence onun hayaleti bizi duyabiliyor, dedi Huck. Said Huck. Bunun üzerine Tom şunu diyor. Then let's call him Mr. Williams, said Tom. O zaman, then, o zaman veya o halde, tamam. O halde let's call him. Hadi call. İsimlendirmek. Normalde birincil anlamı çağırmak ya da telefonla aramak anlamlarına da geliyor. Cümlenin bağlamını ele aldığımız zaman let's call him. Hadi onu şu şekilde isimlendirelim. Şu şekilde çağıralım. Veya şöyle diyelim şeklinde de tercüme edebilirsiniz. Let's call him Mr. Williams. O zaman o halde ona Bay Williams diyelim. Onu o şekilde çağıralım. Let's call him. Hani madem onun hayaleti bizi duyabiliyor, o zaman biraz bir kibar olalım. Kibar olalım ki ne olur ne olmaz. Onu Bay Williams diye çağıralım. Durduk yere kızdırmayalım. Kibar olalım. Tom'un derdi bu. All right, said Huck. Tamam, dedi Huck. All right, yani pekala veya tamam, dedi Huck, said Huck. But everybody called him Huss. Fakat herkes çağırırdı onu Huss. Yani herkes onu Huss diye hitap ederdi. Mr. Williams falan değil veya Huss Williams da değil. Sadece Huss diyerek çağırıyorlarmış. Böyle konuşurken Tom şşt diyor. O zaten ortak noktamız. What is it, Tom? Asked Huck. Ne oldu, Tom? Diye sordu Huck. What is it? Ne oldu? Do you hear the noise? Do you hear the noise? Yapmak, sen, duymak, ses. Yani şu sesi duyuyor musun? Yani sesi duyuyor musun? Noise, ses, gürültü. Hangisini tercih ederseniz. Yani bu gürültüyü duyuyor musun? Look over there. Look over there. Look, bak, over. Over, yani bir şeyin ötesi, üstü, böyle over, üzeri diyoruz ya, üzerinden geçilmesi falan. Look over there, yani elinizle bir yeri gösteriyorsunuz. Şuraya bak. Parmağınızla bir yeri gösterdiğiniz zaman birilerine eninde sonunda bir şeylerin üzerinden geçiyorsunuz, değil mi? Yani look over there. There zaten orada, şurada, burada anlamlarına geliyor. Yani oraya bak. Look over there, Huck. Şuraya bak, Huck diyor. Oh no, hayır olamaz, said Tom. Dedi Tom. Ghosts, said Huck. Hayaletler, dedi Huck. I can see ghosts. Ben hayaletleri görebiliyorum. They're coming here. Onlar buraya geliyorlar. I'm really scared. Ben çok korkuyorum. Tom'un look over there dediği yere Huck bakıyor, bakar bakmaz diyor ki hayaletler. Ben hayaletleri görebiliyorum. I can see ghosts. They're coming here. Onlar buraya geliyorlar. I'm really scared. Ben gerçekten korkuyorum. Bunu diyen de Huckleberry Finn. Can ghosts see us? Asked Tom. Tom da hemen diyor ki hayaletler bizi görebilir mi? Can ghosts see us? Asked Tom. Diye sordu Tom. Ghosts can see everything, answered Huck. Hayaletler görebilir her şeyi, yanıtladı Huck. Yani Huck şöyle cevap veriyor. Hayaletler her şeyi görebilir. Devamlı da şu şekilde felaket tellallığını yapıyor. Oh, why did I come here? Yani bizdeki karşılığıyla ah ben buraya neden geldim? Son dakika pişmanlık. Why did I come here? Neden yaptım ben gelmek buraya? Yani neden ben buraya geldim? Kendi kendine bu soruyu soruyor. Bunun üzerine de Tom diyor ki don't be afraid. Korkma. Don't be afraid. Yapma, olmak, korkmak. Yani korkma. Don't be afraid. We must be very quiet, said Tom. Biz yapmak zorundayız, olmak çok sessiz, dedi Tom. Must, zorundalık veya malı-meli şeklinde de çevirebilirsiniz. Yani biz olmalıyız, yani be olmak ya, ona malı-melini ekliyorsunuz. Biz olmalıyız, çok sessiz, dedi Tom. Korkma, biz sessiz olmalıyız, dedi Tom. The three ghosts moved very quietly in the graveyard. Üç hayaletler veya üç hayalet moved, hareket etmek, hareket etti. Nasıl hareket etmiş? Quietly, sessizce. Nerede? In the graveyard, mezarlıkta. Mezarlıkta üç hayalet sessizce hareket etti. They came close to Tom and Huck. Onlar geldi. Close. Birinci anlamı kapatmak değil mi? Hani close the door derken kapıyı kapat. Ancak close yaklaşmak anlamına da geliyor arkadaşlar. Mesela close friends derseniz yakın arkadaşım demiş oluyorsunuz. My close friend is Serdar. Örneğin. Benim yakın arkadaşım Serdar demiş olacaksınız. Burada da onlar geldi yakınına veya yakınlaşmak kime? Tom ve Huck. Yani onlar Tom ve Huck'a yaklaştılar. Yakınına geldiler. They came close, yani come close. Come closer derseniz eğer birisine biraz daha gel. Biraz daha yakınıma gel. Onlar Tom ve Huck'a yaklaştılar. Evet, şimdi gelelim konuşma kısmına arkadaşlar. I hope you are ready for a speaking part. Okay. Are the ghosts making these noises? Thought Tom, right? Why did he ask this question to himself? Why did Tom ask this question? Well, yes. He asked this question to himself because he was hearing some weird noises, right? They were in the graveyard and he heard some strange noises. And of course he was afraid, and that's why he asked this question to himself. He was wondering about these noises. Who was making that noise? That's why he asked this question to himself. Are the ghosts making these noises? So, who was making that noise? Who was making that noise in the graveyard? Well, yes, probably the wind, right? It was making these strange noises with the help of the trees. Remember, there were a lot of trees in the graveyard. And when the wind blew, it made strange noises. So, were the ghosts making these noises? Were they making these noises for real? Well, no, right? The ghosts weren't making these noises. They weren't doing it. The wind was making these noises. Who thought, kim düşündü? Who thought ghosts were making these noises? Who thought this? Tom or Huck? Well, yes, Tom was thinking, right? He thought that ghosts were making these noises. Huck didn't think ghosts were making these noises. Huck didn't do that. Tom did. Okay, next. He was afraid, but he said nothing. Who was afraid? Who was afraid? Well, yes, Tom was afraid. Why was he afraid? Why was he afraid? Well, yes, because there were a lot of strange noises in the graveyard, and it was dark. There was no light. There were no street lights, and probably it may be Tom's first time visiting the graveyard in the middle of the night with his friend and with the dead cat, right? For the first time he visited the graveyard at midnight, in the middle of the night. That's why he was afraid. What about Huck? Was he afraid? Was Huck afraid? Well, he wasn't afraid yet, right? Huck wasn't afraid yet. But Tom was afraid. Did Tom express, ifade etmek? Did Tom express his fear verbally? Sözel olarak kendi korkusunu ifade etti mi? Did he express his fear verbally? Well, no. He didn't say anything, right? He said nothing. Tom said nothing. Yes, he was afraid, but he said nothing. Why didn't he say anything? Why do you think Tom didn't say anything? Why? Well, because Tom was brave, right? He was brave. He was strong. He wasn't coward. Coward, korkak. He wasn't coward. He was brave. That's why he said nothing. Okay, next. Now let's find the grave of House Williams, said Huck. What did they want to find? What did the boys want to find in the graveyard? Well, yes, they want to find the grave of House Williams, right? They're looking for the grave. Whose grave did they want to find? Whose grave did they want to find? Well, yes, they wanted to find the grave of Hoss Williams. What was the purpose of finding the grave of Hoss Williams? What was the purpose of finding the grave of Hoss Williams? Hoss Williams'ın mezarını bulmadaki temel amaç neydi? Yani amacı ne bu çocukların? What do you think? Ne düşünüyorsunuz? Well, probably they're going to, they want to call spirits, right? They want to call Hoss Williams' spirit or ghost. And I have no idea what would they do if Hoss Williams' ghost came. What would they do? Imagine they use that cat to call Hoss Williams' spirit. And imagine Hoss Williams' ghost or spirit comes out. What would they do? Ne yaparlar yani hakikaten yani ölü kediyi de çağırdın tamam. Yani adamın ruhu çıka geldi. Yani ne yapacaklar? Ne yaparlardı? What would they do? It would be interesting to know. Okay, so here it is. He died last week, said Huck. Here it is. He died last week. Did they find the grave? Did they find the grave of Hoss Williams? Yes. They found the grave of Hoss Williams. We know this from Huck. He says, here it is. Here it is. Probably he showed the grave with his hands. Who found the grave? Who found the grave? Yes, Huck, right? Huck found the grave. He found it, that's why he said, here it is. And whose grave did they find? Whose grave did they find? Yes, Hoss Williams. They found the grave of Hoss Williams. And when did Hoss Williams die? When did he die? Yes, he died last week, right? 7 days ago, he died. Did Aunt Polly die last week? Did she die last week? Well, no, not Aunt Polly. She didn't die last week. Hoss Williams died last week. Okay, do you think Hoss Williams can hear us? Asked Tom. Why did he ask this question? Why did Tom ask this question to Huck? Well, probably he was curious, right? Tom was curious. He was curious, at the same time he was afraid. Probably he had so many questions in his mind, that's why he asked this question. Do you think Hoss Williams can hear us? Again, what did Tom wonder about Hoss Williams? What did he wonder about Hoss Williams? Neyi merak ediyor Hoss Williams'la ilgili Tom? Well, yes, Tom wonders, right? Tom wonders if Hoss Williams can hear them. He wants to know whether Hoss Williams can hear them. That's why he asked this question. What about you? Peki ya siz? What do you think? Sizce, do you think ghosts can hear us in the graveyard? Well, in my opinion, I think there is no one in the graveyard. No spirit, no ghosts. That's my idea. I don't believe that there are a lot of ghosts in the graveyard and they hang around, they talk to each other. No, I don't believe this. I think there is nothing in the graveyard. That's my opinion, of course. But Huck thinks differently than me, right? Huck thinks ghosts can hear them. He says, well, I think his ghost can hear us, said Huck. Bu konuda Huck benden farklı düşünüyor. He thinks differently than me. What is his idea about the ghosts in the graveyard? What does Huck think about the ghosts? Well, yes, Huck thinks that ghosts can hear us. Why do you think he believes this? Why do you think Huck believes that ghosts can hear us? Why do you think he believes this idea? Why? Neden bu düşünceye inanıyor? Well, Huck believes this because remember from the first chapter, there was a woman, Mrs. Hopkins. She was a witch, right? Mrs. Hopkins told him about the ghosts in the graveyard. That's why Huck believes that the ghosts can hear them. He got this idea from Mrs. Hopkins, the witch. So, according to Huck, ghosts can hear them. That is his idea, that is his opinion, and Tom said, then let's call him Mr. Williams. Why did Tom want to call Hoss Williams Mr. Williams? Why did he want to call him Mr. Williams? Why? What's the reason? Well, yes, Tom was afraid, and that's why he wanted to be a little bit kind, right? Tom wants to be polite. Kibar olmak, kibar davranmak. Tom thinks if the ghosts can hear me, I should be polite to them. I should be kind. That's why he says, okay, let's call him Mr. Williams. We should be polite. Otherwise, he can get angry. Hoss Williams' ghost can get angry if the boys say something wrong. Okay. All right, said Huck, but everybody called him Hoss. Did Huck agree? Did he agree with Tom? Well, yes, he agreed, right? Huck agreed to call him Mr. Williams. He said, all right, let's call him Mr. Williams. What about the other people in the town? How did they call Hoss Williams? How did they call him? Well, yes, they simply called him Hoss, right? Everybody in that town, they called him Hoss. Did everybody in the town call him Mr. Williams? Did they call him Mr. Williams? Well, no. No, they didn't. Everybody in the town, they didn't call him Mr. Williams. They called him just simply Hoss. Hoss or Hoss, whatever. Okay, after that, Tom says, shh. What is it, Tom? Asked Huck. Do you hear the noise? Look over there, Huck. Oh no, said Tom. Why did Tom silence Huck with a shh? Why did he silence him? Well, yes, he silenced him with a shh because he heard some noise, right? Tom heard some noises over there. That's why he silenced his friend with a shh. Where did Tom ask Huck to look? Nereye bakmasını istedi Tom? Huck'a. Where did Tom ask Huck to look? Well, yes, he asked Huck to look over there, right? Probably he pointed with his finger over there. He said, Huck, silence, look over there. Did he say, look over here? Did Tom say, or did Tom ask Huck to look over here? Buraya mı bak dedi? Well, no, he didn't say look over here. He said, look over there. Buraya değil, oraya bak. Look over there. Tom probably saw something. That's why he said, look over there. What was Tom's reaction? What was Tom's reaction after seeing something over there? What was his reaction? Nasıl tepki verdi Tom orada bir şeyler görünce? Well, his reaction was, oh no, right? That was his reaction. He said, oh no, that means we are in trouble. They are in danger. That was his reaction. Okay. Ghosts, said Huck. I can see ghosts. They're coming here. I'm really scared. So, what was Huck's reaction to seeing something in the darkness? What was his reaction? What was Huck's reaction? Well, he thought he saw ghosts. That's why he said, ghosts, I can see ghosts. That was Huck's reaction. He thought that, oh, there is something in the darkness. It must be the ghost. Who was coming towards them? Who was coming towards them? Onlara kim geliyordu? Who was coming towards them? Well, yes, the ghosts, right? The boys thought the ghosts were coming towards them. Were they scared? Were the boys scared? Well, Huck was scared. He was really scared. And probably Tom too. Yeah, I think they all were very scared. Why were they really scared? Well, of course, the ghosts, they were coming towards them. That's why they were really scared. Okay. Can ghosts see us? Asked Tom. Ghosts can see everything, answered Huck. Oh, why did I come here? Who regretted? Regret? Pişman olmak. Kim pişman oldu? Who regretted coming to the graveyard? Mezarlığa geldiğine kim pişman oldu? Who regretted coming to the graveyard? Well, yes. Huck regretted, right? Huck regretted coming to the graveyard. He said, why did I come here? That's the regretful sentence. Did they run away? Did the boys run away? Or did they stay there? Well, yes, they didn't run away. The boys stayed there. Yes, they were really scared, but they didn't run away. They stayed there. What did Tom wonder about the ghosts? What did he wonder? Neyi merak ediyor? Hayaletle ilgili, yani sorduğu soruya baktığınız zaman. Well, yes, he wonders if ghosts can see them. That's why he asked, can ghosts see us? And what was the response to this question? What was Huck's answer to this question? Well, yes, he answered, ghosts can see everything, right? Huck believes that ghosts can see everything. You can't hide from them. That's why Huck regretted coming to the graveyard. Okay. Don't be afraid. We must be very quiet, said Tom. The three ghosts moved quietly in the graveyard. They came close to Tom and Huck. Who said not to be afraid? Who said, don't be afraid? Who advised this? Well, yes, Tom, right? Tom said, don't be afraid. Instead of being afraid, what did he advise? What did Tom advise or suggest? Neyi teklif etti? Korkmanın yerine. Well, he advised we must be very quiet, right? He said, let's be quiet, calm down, don't be afraid, I'm here. We must be very quiet. That was his advice. Okay. What did the three ghosts do in the graveyard? What did they do in the graveyard? Well, yes, they moved quietly, right? The three ghosts moved quietly in the graveyard. Did they make any noise? Did the three ghosts make any noise in the graveyard? Well, no, they didn't. The ghosts didn't make any noise. They were very quiet. They were moving around quietly, and the boys were watching them. Where did the three ghosts move quietly? Where did they move quietly? Well, yes, in the graveyard. They moved quietly in the graveyard. They weren't in the city center, they weren't in the church or at school. They were in the graveyard. Why were they moving quietly in the graveyard? What do you think? What were these ghosts doing up there in the graveyard at midnight? What were they doing up there? What do you think? Ne düşünüyorsunuz? Ne yapıyordu bunlar gece yarısı mezarlıkta? Well, we don't know this. We don't know what were they doing up there. Maybe they were gossiping about other ghosts. Maybe they were talking. They were having fun. Who knows? All we know is they are walking or moving very quietly. And they came close to Tom and Huck. How many ghosts came close to Tom and Huck? How many of them came closer? Well, yes, 3 of them, right? 3 ghosts came close to Tom and Huck. Did the 3 ghosts see the boys? Did they see the boys? Well, we don't know this yet, but in the next lesson we will learn. So for now, let's be patient till the next lesson, and in the next part, in the next lesson, we'll learn what will happen to the boys. Evet arkadaşlar, burada dersi noktalıyorum. Konuşma kısmına daha fazla ağırlık vermenizi tavsiye ederim. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın.
Are the ghosts making these noises?
Thought Tom. He was afraid, but he said nothing.
Now let's find the grave of Hoss Williams,
Said Huck. They soon found the grave.
Here it is. He died last week,
Said Huck.
Do you think Hoss Williams can hear us?
Asked Tom.
Well, I think his ghosts can hear us,
Said Huck.
Then let's call him Mr. Williams.
Said Tom.
All right,
Said Huck.
but everybody called him Hoss.
Shh.
What is it, Tom?
Asked Huck.
Do you hear the noise? Look over there, Huck. Oh no!
Said Tom.
Ghosts!
Said Huck.
I can see ghosts. They're coming here. I'm really scared.
Can ghosts see us?
Asked Tom.
Ghosts can see everything.
Answered Huck.
Oh, why did I come here?
Don't be afraid. We must be very quiet.
Said Tom. The 3 ghosts moved quietly in the graveyard. They came close to Tom and Huck.